Are you ready for the major? No! I said, are you ready for the AniMajor?
You're running out of time. Tiny.
That's another strength hero into Timber.
So Vici Gaming, even though they didn't have the last pick, the way they drafted, it looks like they did.
Already the aggression comes from BC. They found a target, whirling that out, but he's already dead. Down goes old 11. Great first blood, and they might be able to pick up a little more here. Cold Feet thrown out. Ancient Apparition gonna zone out the Tiny Earth. Spirit rolls back from Chris Luck as well.
11, whenever he doesn't have a good start, you know, my man kind of struggles. Like, well, let's see what happens in this one. Timbersaw throughout this tournament looked very good. Stinger.
Yeah, that Cold Feet holds him in place. He was trying that. Gets the bounty rune. A 3 for... Well, it's a 4-0 bounty rune start for Beast Coast as well, even if they lose the Viper. And Schofield, it looks like he'll be tracked back by PYW. Goes for the TP, and he stuns. No.
Just Magic Stick first starting item, no matter what.
Keep yourself sustained in these side lanes in particular. Well, mid there, we see Tiny against Puck. Already off to a pretty good start. And top lane, Stinger. Slapped by old 11 as we do see some lane swaps coming out, right? TB and AA being put bottom lane. What are they trying to dodge? As a Shackles and a Skewer back under tower. DY taking some heavy hits here. I mean, Shadow Shaman's basically a tower himself, giving the kill to Whispers. It's a laning stage win in the first 4 or 5 minutes. Even with that first blood and all the bounty runes going the way of Beast Coast, as they do get the Shackles, Skewer on the Terror Blade. Changing targets, focusing on Poyo instead, but Schofield's going to get run down. All the final hits coming through. And DY gets to take down the very fire for Poyo. Keeps him alive. He's fast enough with the brown boots to get away from Whisper. The tower's hitting him, but it's not doing out. That's great. That is a Stinger. Low HP, popping mangoes. Keep the poison attack, stacking on PYW. And K1 wants to make sure there isn't a roll away. Just keeps taking that Earth Spirit down. The laning stage does break down because you want that space for the Wraith King. You know that he's going to need the Radiance timing to actually be able to contend with that TB. As bottom the coil, or he's in onto them. A killing spree for your Puck, and a good snap and roll back in onto Magnus. 2 quick kills.
A good thing about is that Tiny does not have a TB scroll. RP top.
Dodged out by Ori, and that orb is going to connect onto Whisper's Magnus. The whirling death with the magic damage from the Puck, substantial. Magnus didn't stand a chance. While Stinger, he's getting some stacks up on Ori, but now he's put himself in an awkward position, but it's opened up Chris Luck to come in. Tiny combo at the ready, towards the Puck, Ori spotted. There's the toss, Avalanche in, the face shift and the dodge, the orb, not enough. Real big stack there. Large camp and Ancients for Chris Luck and Stinger to start working away.
They found it, Fairy's Trinket on Tiny.
A perfect item, but the roll from PYW. Vici Gaming want to crack back into this triangle area. Old 11 takes one down. You do start to ramp the magic damage up quickly while Chris Luck showing mid lane. Coiled and rolled. A big combo in here for Vici Gaming. He'll toss back the Earth Spirit, but he looks pretty dead to me. And from the back as well. Timbersaw wanting the Viper. Gets the trade onto the Earth Spirit, but Old 11 there to tank up and a push towards the tier 1 tower with a double damage rune ready for Vici Gaming as well. That's about it, yeah. Poyo.
Oh, he gets hexed.
How's he seen him through the trees? Have they got any more stuns? I mean, in comes PYW, Ice Blast onto Shadow Shaman. I don't think Beast Coast were expecting them to catch him either. Poyo still getting closed in on though. Viper Tiny from the left-hand side, flanking in towards the Terror Blade, but there's a DD Puck here. On towards Stinger, the Puck jumps in, and Viper, the second casualty of war. 15 minutes, and I know that, you know, Radiance is a minute away. It's always there for him. It's Chris Luck. And a good skewer back into the RP. They're focusing Timbersaw heavily. Ice Blast in towards them with the Magnetize and the damage over time, but it looks like Old 11's just dead. PYW dragged back into the Shockwave, and the Radiance comes in.
Drop the Shadow Shaman wards. Should be an easy one. Ori, Invis though.
Oh, look at that. Observer ward spots DY. Great jump from Chris Luck. Blows straight through the AA. Still looking to defend this mid tower though. Poyo and Ori, the coil towards the 2 cores. Magnus silenced up, and the roll in from PYW, looking for Chris Luck. They blow through Whisper, but the Tombo, the big blast through from Chris Luck. Control the top part of the map, because that's where Roshan lives, but instead they've come down to bottom jungle. And an unexpected move here, it seems, from Vici Gaming as well. They didn't realize Beast Coast would be here with 5 heroes.
Took me some time, Sunder 10, +2 talents 12, Reflection 13 out of 50.
There's a counter initiation ready from Beast Coast here. Chris Luck's down to half HP. He's kind of stuck in the Serpent wards. And Tiny dead with PYW being pummeled by the wards, but it looks like he's going to be able to roll back on projectiles following him. Might still die as Timbersaw slides into action onto Schofield and Stinger. Terrorblade and an RP catching only an illusion. Whispers whiffed it. K1's Wraith King still trying to battle the Timbersaw, but he chains away. Old 11 might die to Schofield, and he does. A reset and a buyback. Tiny's in onto Poyo.
He's Sunder available.
Got himself Sunder, but he's been chain disabled. Skewer back. The TB Sunders. Full HP again. K1's battering him. They've got a Terrorblade locked down. They've killed off Poyo. Also chucked into the pit while Vici Gaming looking for the wraparound. Whisper, he's immediately jumped, but he gets the force staff back to high ground. He can reset, jump back in again. Chris Lock with a combo. Looking to blow through this one target of PYW, but he buys back. They want to continue this fight because they got meta up. Reflection stopped by the BKB, so no Wraith King illusion there. Chris Lock held by the RP. They find the Terrorblade, but is he going to take enough damage to the combo?
He's going to blow him up.
He's going to get burst down. Great play from Beast Coast while Whisper looking to escape from the grasp of Vici Gaming because in comes Old 11. The Timbersaw's the true carry. You dealt with the Terrorblade, but Old 11's a maniac. Beast Coast were like 20k net worth behind. Gyro's pushing high ground. They toss, they skewer him into Fountain. Mounted a little bit of a comeback. Some little moves there onto the Timbersaw. Toss back RP, breaking and stacking stuns, killing off Old 11 with a skewer and a crit from K1.
Not that good.
Sko. He knows. He's found another one in the trees. The Wild Ranger, the Hunter in the forest. Schofield spots out PYW and allows Chris Lock with K1 to come in with the big stuns and a massive whack down from the Wraith King's big sword. It's a good Ice Blast magnetized, so at least a trade coming out from Vici Gaming.
Getting the BKB.
Good.
And now keeping those two bands of Elven Skin.
Oh, Stinger.
For the lulz.
Oh, Schofield. Two supports. They're out in the open. And the big game hunters coming in.
You have this extra range in the early team fights, and then you don't have to buy a component for a BKB.
And still wants to pick it back up as the Aegis does get reclaimed, but a kickback and that damage. Oh, it's massive. Forces the first life of Skewer coming through to Old 11. They're trying to focus the Timbersaw down. K1 moves in with the Wraithfire Blast, stuns the Timbersaw up. Old 11, he's dead. Tossed around, but Poyo, he's got this meta BKB going.
They're so slow.
He's being slowed down. That's Scardy pummeling into the Tiny. Oh, the Skewer in Fountain, though. The catch onto Ori's puck. The chain stuns. Shadow Shaman.
Another skewer.
They've got the TB in the Fountain, but K1, he can't get the stun on the real one.
Still against Shaman. Against Viper, possibly. Not to tank that Viper strike.
More catch. Serpent wards from Schofield, but in comes Ori. Cancels out the initiation. The combo onto PYW, but he's magnetized the BKB, the entirety of Beast Coast. The coil on Whisper as well. No RP, no skewer, and soon to be no mag. The force staff to high ground doesn't work out. Beast Coast lose two. Kind of reminds me of that AM build we saw for a little while, like the Mom Echo Saber, and you swap it into Butterfly Satanic and stuff. Oh, the catch. Great Hex and the Shackles, but the backstab comes in. PYW cleared through Schofield.
He can't get it.
Blast onto Whisper means he can't RP, can't skewer. Vici Gaming running away with his fight. BKB TP forced out onto Chris Luck, while K1 goes with some heavy hits. Needs the puck buyback here. Vici Gaming losing out to the Wraith King. TB and Timber will shove them away from the Roshan pit with 30 seconds to spare. K1 though has the backup and the buyback on Schofield. Face shift comes though. Enough time for Ori to make another advance, and the RP whiffs! Oh, Whisper, what have you done?
Whisper!
Beast Coast, one chance, and it looks like it's done. Whisper now, he can skewer, he can shockwave, but he's lost out on that RP potential.
And now Tiny without a BKB. Ori, is he gonna chase? He is.
Chris locked down. He won TP straight to the front lines. Goes towards the illusions.
He's level 25 now, so reincarnation cost.
Just look at how much
Fire Blast.
He takes though. They toss him back. They save K1, but Old 11, a tanky boy with a Lotus Orb, bounces back the stuns. The skewer towards the Fountain, but not quite close enough. The RP will catch him in there though.
Nice
He's
RP.
in the Fountain. Sick RP from Whisper, but he still doesn't get the kill. Still doesn't take down Timber. Old 11, powerful as ever. Finally burst by the Chris Lock combo. The Arax have fallen though, and Ori coils the rest of them.
And have Shadow Shaman wards drop.
It is a 5v4 here. And they've got RP cooldown, what we're looking at. It should be coming up soon. Coils there onto K1 and Schofield. RP in 30, refresher orb ready. Vici Gaming make the jump on Schofield, catching Shadow Shaman. They've blown up that support with the control, and K1's the next target for them. 5 seconds for the Timber to respawn, and Wisp has been found in the backlines. Ori is toying with him, making sure he doesn't have any recourse, just has to slip away and escape. But I think they'll keep tabs on him. That Waning Rift jumping straight back to Wisp, but dead for 100 seconds. Didn't get a chance for 1 RP, never mind 2. And Ori's not even done. The aggression from this man is insane. Orbing and jumping, rifting and pushing towards K1, allowing Old 11 to close the gap in towards Wraith King, and another Waning Rift jump. Chris Luck is needed here to stop the advance from Vici, but he might have put himself in harm's way. Reincarnation still claimed, and Chris Luck's tiny dead. With buyback though, might be able to come back and fight this around their throne, around the tier 4s, but the Ice Blast is a good one.
This might be it. No buyback on Magnus for 3 minutes. He already used it. They need the toss back. They need the RP.
A great play. They put him in the fountain. He's dead. Old 11's gone, but Terrorblade and Pluck still these big targets. The Shackle's there, but the Force Staff away. K1 moves to the target of choice. Poyo, standing his ground, turns the beat down into the King, takes his first life and has the BKB as well. Good Ice Blast forward, and Ori, he picks away at K1. They're back in the fountain again, but Beast Coast aren't out of this just yet. The throne is still standing.
Magnus, 20 seconds until he's back.
They have the Hex and Shackles, but not enough damage to kill off the Puck. They're dealing with these TB illusions, and Ori, another round of spells. Oh yeah. 50 seconds for the Shadow Shaman. And there we go onto K1. The speed at which they take his HP down, and that PYW roll secures the kill on Shadow Shaman. Reincarnation, the RP skewer, put Puck into the fountain. Oh, the RP second one cancelled out, I think he tossed him. So the Puck is out of there, and Beast Coast, they lose their chance. Wraith King's first life down. Stinger tries to stand and hold his ground in front of the Ancient, but the Skadi slow from Poyo. Too much to contend with. Another combo. Chris Luck comes in, but no toss back. He's getting wailed on. The long range hits coming down and raining on the Tiny. Beast Coast cowering in their fountain and calling the GG.
They call it in the end. Beast Coast were pretty much fighting with 6 players. They had 5 players plus a Fountain. Fountain was the secret player that they needed, you know, those toss back.
Storm. Ori Storm Spirit.
We've got the ability to stack with Torrent, right?
Yes.
The Z axis, you lift them up so they're out of the camp, technically. See that a fair amount from Kunkers. And yeah, like you say, the matchups, you know, Kunker, oh, DY, Hans Schofield, Fairy Fire. Ancient Apparition turns with the Cold Feet. Schofield has a Fairy Fire himself into the cogs. DY is moving forward. The Cold Feet coming and First Blood drawn. But yeah, we've seen a fair number of these Kunkers, you know, against Invoker, against Lena to some extent. Kunker, the Vortex into the Cold Feet, and that.
I don't think they should be aiming for the kills. A lot of overtime damage, mid lane.
That Vortex Cold Feet, man, the combo from Ori and DY. Chris Luck, Fairy Fire, bottle charges. He's away and out of there, and the X Mark back into the Torrent.
That's K1 TP.
K1 TPs. The position 1 carry comes in, grabs the gold. Thank you for the kill. Harvesting the Ancient Apparition's bones while bottom lane, Stinger's left open, but a sick ink swell. Catches both of them into the LSA and the Spear. Oh, no Fairy Fire, does he? But he's got a Salve, wastes it. 1v2 down here.
And there's the Arena.
And he's level 6.
He times it perfectly.
All right, Arena towards that Wraith King. Phantom's Embrace stances him up, and the stuns with the Torrent connecting perfectly. The rotation from Chris Luck's Kunker slaps him with a Tidebringer.
With just the phase boots, you have enough damage to clear them.
On top lane, Chrono Cold Feet. Onto Whisper. Beastmaster doesn't stand a chance there against the time locks. And K1 also dying bottom. They got this Arcane Rune Storm Spirit. He's popped it and he runs forward, gets himself a double. The rotations of the mid laners here proving vital for them as up top, Schofield traps 2 in the cogs. He's stuck here though with Poyo, who's still got Wand and Time Walk, and with these bashes coming, he'll Time Walk forward and finish off Scope. Because as the panel was saying, you look at the net worth, and usually it's K1 up at the top, you know, mid-game, as they get a good silent stun here. Good combo, Beast Coast execute it onto Storm.
Sports who don't deal that much. Same goes for Storm Spirit. Faceless Void needs a couple of items to be able to deal with that.
Oh.
PYW.
Slaughters him. Does get trapped here in the cogs, but he's got so much backup. Old 11 spears the Kunker away. PYW still chasing Schofield. Good sidestep away from the Light Strike, but it does mean puts himself in harm's way to PYW's double kill. And Chris Luck in the arena. Any backup for Chris Luck? Doesn't look like it. Stuck there with the Cold Feet, speared up against the side of the Coliseum, and a triple kill for PYW. Solo kills bottom. But in comes Vici Gaming, ball lining aggressively towards them. The arena spear catches, but the Soulbind's there with a two-man silence. Ori into the back lines, hunting the Beastmaster. The Roar comes though with the Chrono.
Big
Here
Chrono.
we go, Poyo, the bashes land, the two heroes fall. Beast Coast, they get one kill, but they're gonna lose so much in the exchange. Kunkka, caught out by the light strike. Poyo with a jump in with a time walk. PYW might just be able to tank the gank for them though. X-Mark boat, yeah, go for the Lina instead. Can't
They want
find the
both.
Storm Spirit.
They want to go for both. Clockwork will hookshot Storm Spirit if he sees them.
And that's why Ori towing that line, the tree line, used defensively. A long ball away as well. There's a big streak to take away from the Lina there as well. I mean, a lot of gold going in towards them as a Roar catches DY, Stinger and Whisper. Getting into that action in the dire jungle. Mars Arena holding the Beastmaster in place, and a Soulbind there. Going out onto the Void and Mars, but no real follow-through, no spells to put into it, so the chase continues. Whisper salves, but cancelled out. The God's Rebuke and Spear from Old 11, catching out the BM. He's speedy.
Making a move on the top lane, Schofield.
The hook shot in, the vision from the Hawk. Catching out the AA, move out of the cogs as the Arena catches Whisper on that tier 2 tower area, and it looks like Schofield doesn't finish the job on DY, so Stinger maneuvering into this awkward fight as Chris arrives. The Torrent, the stun, silence not coming through. The Storm Spirit, half HP, and he's fine to turn. Beast Coast have blundered.
Oh, that status assistance already coming out very nicely for the Storm Spirit. He has 2 extra attributes. He will keep it, like he prioritizes just being more tanky.
Go for those stats instead. Well, Old 11 might have stepped a bit too far forward here. Yulesed up, the 4-staff whiffing, but a Chrono. 3 of them caught inside, and they're focusing the supports. The Ice Blast, well placed. Light Strike Array comes in as well. And Vici Gaming, they've just got this one on lockdown. K1 does lose his reincarnation. Poyo still wanting to battle him. They've got the stun of the K1. This Wraith King, he's dropping so low so quickly. Faces Void finds the Stinger, Schofield, K1, 4 heroes dead. Beast Coast just don't have a hope. Being able to execute with these Chronos, these arenas, whereas Beast Coast, they need to be the ones initiating, and a move like this will potentially pay off for them. Schofield trapped in the cogs, Whisper coming back with the Inkswell onto Old 11, but he'll dodge it with a Yule Scepter, and it looks like the Mars just too tanky. Even though Beast Coast were the aggressors in this, they lose their support hero, and Vici's still ready to keep on playing with them. The Laguna Blade takes out Stinger, and again, 2 heroes down with no response.
Vici wants to go in, 20 seconds until Wraith King ulti is up.
I mean, Whisper's gone in for a Roar, but yeah, Wraith King's being jumped. The Storm Spirit, he's got K1, Illusionary popped out. Doesn't dodge the stun, but they still get K1. A double for PYW in the back onto Whisper as well. They're moving towards the pit.
But meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Ori, Arcane Rune, keeps going.
Straight onto Chris Luck. Yeah, he's got no BKB, he's got no way to save himself, but straight up solo kill, 500 gold for Chris Luck. The Soul Point counteracted by the Chrono. BKB faces Void, Ice Blast on top. Beautiful setup and execution from Vici. Poyo battering away at Beast Coast, and K1 okay with the Inkswell turnaround. They get onto Old 11, but the damage is still lacking. Old 11's fine.
Lina.
He got rebukes him back. K1's done.
Yeah, you get that 0.5 extra seconds.
Worthless. The slow clap. DY getting caught out. Old 11 trying to extend this fight a little bit and maybe trade out because Ori's jumped in. Dodges the stun. Great Yules into the air. Ori limited on mana, but a dodge away from the Phantom's Embrace for the meantime as he's Lotus Orbed up and Schofield being focused. Old 11 with the Essence Ring. Is he going to be able to? No, he can't buy himself any more space. Another streak taken by Beast Coast. And Poyo spotted Whisper. It's the Chrono onto the Beastmaster. Don't care about these cooldowns being expended if you're going to get these additional kills as well. The chain stuns. Not a chance to even BKB for Chris Luck. K1 being Yulesed up, cycloned into oblivion, lands down on the ground with a thud as the Arena holds him in place. Decent Soulbind stun coming through, and Schofield trying to battle away into the Roar. They'll catch the Void.
He's super
even through
tanky.
the BKB, but he is so tanky, you're right. BC.
I would not be surprised if they lose one more fight and just call it.
They've got to be so very crisp and clean with their execution, and when Old 11's invis like this, it's Vici Gaming, they get the jump. They get the jump straight onto Whisper. Light Strike, Array Laguna Blade, they blow through the Beastmaster, dead without buyback in a 3-man arena, forced to BKBs early. Beast Coast turn and fight, but the Chrono! Poyo comes in clutch, finds them all, and that's it. Vici Gaming, they slam it down, the door's closed on Beast Coast.
They call it. They know. They cannot win this game at all.